There we go.
What's up, Bob?
Nothing much today. Other than burning myself earlier with the tea, but nothing much today. And I got my diesel heater came in.
Nice. What? So you got a Chinese diesel heater? Sweet. Did you get off eBay?
I got it off of Amazon. It was $105 for this one.
Nice. Where are you gonna mount it at?
I'm gonna look in the minivan, but it's probably gonna go in the back. Because I'm building that back wall, and then I'll just have the vent for it to come out there. But it'll probably go in the back there, and then I can also put the fuel tank back there, and then when I go to like a gas station or whatever, I can just fill up the diesel tank right there in the back without having to do extra cans and all that stuff.
Oh, right on. Let's say hello to some folks in the chat.
All right,
there. Go for it.
Hello, Wickershire Project. Got the coffee on,
Hello,
and yeah, thank you for all your kind words, man. I really do appreciate it. Kristen Hollbrook is here.
Hello.
Our old buddy Vanlife Rocks is here.
What's up, Vanlife Rocks?
And Jumping Toe is here.
Woo woo.
Mel Nettie, she's sneaking in from work, so don't tell her boss. We don't want to get her in trouble.
Supermod is here. Supermod.
So, you have had a little bit more exciting of a week than me.
Yeah, a little bit. It was fun.
Yeah. So you had a couple of visitors come up there and hang out.
Yes, they just left today. The Happy Place camping crew was here with their little trailer they did a conversion on. So awesome. They did a great job. Sweet people, fun to talk to. We spent the evening chatting and watching YouTube stuff and had some dinner on the Blackstone Grill, which was really good. Hello, Will It Grow? How are you? So yeah, it was fun. I got a video coming out. I'm going to try to finish it up today of the tour of their little 6x10 cargo trailer converted to a camper trailer, and they did it all themselves, and it's beautiful. It's got a great feel to it when you walk in, a really homey feel. Hello, Michael McReynolds. How you doing, bud? That's my drone fellow right there.
Yeah, he's the drone guy.
He's got 52 drones. If you like drone footage, go to that channel. I'm telling you guys, it's fun to watch. Fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see your video tour of what they got going on there too.
What I like about their trailer, it's simplicity at its finest. You know, they did all the decorations on the wall, and they built everything yourself. And when you step into it, it's like stepping into a quaint little home. It was very well done. I was really shocked at how well it looked in person. I'd seen it on camera, but it was just so cute. And they're pulling with a Chevy pickup. I don't know. I think it was probably a 3/4 ton, but the trailer's only a 6x10, so it's the perfect size for a camper trailer, I think. And on the tongue, they have like a tough box that they store stuff in. They've got a couple of batteries in it that they charge with a generator. So yeah, it was quite a nice little tour, and I think you guys will like the video. So look forward to it'll come out today or tomorrow, and I think you'll dig it.
And Ashley's allotment, hello. Nice of you to join us from over the pond there.
Oh, hello. Yeah.
And Mel Nettie, if you guys just heard that, that's one of the pine cones, by the way. So if you heard a bang just now, that's what I deal with. Yeah, that's the pine cones. That's how far they've fallen it. My burn from earlier, I just got some blisters. I'll be all right.
Yeah, you're supposed to not wear that tee, Bob. You're supposed to not wear that tee.
What tee?
Oh, did you burn it with tea?
I thought you meant t-shirt. Yeah, no, yeah, don't wear the tea.
Don't wear the tea. Drink the tea when it cools off a little bit, but don't wear the tea, brother.
Yeah, well, I was stirring it with because I got the loose leaf tea now, and this is the steeper. So you put the loose leaf tea in there, and then so you can steep the tea. And I was stirring it in the cup, and I had it over here on the table, and I wasn't paying enough attention, and I hit the edge of it, and it went. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Dang it. Hello, Linda Barker. How are you? I hope
Yeah.
you're
Hey,
having a
Linda.
great day.
So you were talking earlier, and I kind of when you were talking about our channel and spreading and stuff like that, I kind of do like our channels because and some of the ones that we share with you guys because we're doing this van life from a position of not having much in the first place. Instead of being
Right.
able to buy our rigs and have it like you got your tires now, so you're finally actually able to be on the move in van life and not just be in the van.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. We're starting from a point of starting from the ground up, per se. Like if it was a job from the ground up, we come from nothing but lint and buttons in our pocket, guys. So we're here for each other, and we're gonna try to make it together, and have all you guys be a part of it with us. So yeah, we're starting from nothing and growing. That's what we're wanting to do.
It's the same, and it's the same with the YouTube channel. You start from
Exactly.
nothing, and you grow it up. And there we were talking about the gangster right there. There she is,
Yeah, there's
BB3.
my gangster girl right there. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, if you ever get in a bar fight and you need backup, call BB3. She's a tough girl.
Yep, yep,
She comes from my neck of the woods of toughness. Yeah, I like that.
yep. And
Uh,
what's been Gina when you look at the other videos, like other van life videos, what's been one of the things that you've noticed that you're like, I wouldn't put that in there, or I don't agree with that side, what that person's portraying.
Oh, you like what I wouldn't put in a video or what I wouldn't put in the van?
Where you wouldn't put in a video, like some of the things that some people put in a video that you wouldn't put in a video.
I probably wouldn't put in as far as van life channels. I probably wouldn't put in. Well, I do like to keep it real in van life and my channel. I like to keep it real. I don't like to say anything about sad things. I mean, I try not to. Like I've done vlogs where I'm maybe having a hard time sleeping. I'll get up and talk to the camera and I'll publish it. But or thoughts on world events or whatever. But I try not to make it bad because in my opinion, when I'm watching something, no matter how you look at it, you're paying to watch YouTube, whether you buy YouTube Premium or you're paying for your data or your internet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pay to watch anything that makes me cry or makes me sad. And so I look for that in videos that I watch. I like to watch informational videos. So yeah, I try not to put anything in there that's sad. I may talk about life events of my past or whatever, but it's not meant to come across as sad or poor me or whatever. It's just meant I'm telling you about me, and that's what I look for in a video. And when I see a video of I don't know, maybe downing other videos or whatever, it's a turn off. It really is a turn off.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the big channels I watch that are nothing to do with van life, like uh financial channels, when they get into arguments with each other, I quit watching them for a few days till they get over it. And I mean, it don't hurt them any. They're so big, but
Right.
I just don't want to see them fighting. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And the gypsy and the vanilla gorilla jumped in. I have to start saying that
That's hard to
slow.
say fast. The Egyptian vanilla gorilla. You can't say it fast over and over. That's true.
I know.
I
I
like
know.
it, guys.
And Ashley's allotment says enough sadness in the world, positivity is needed in all walks of life.
So true, Ashley's. Yeah, that is so true. If I can turn on a video and see something pretty or learn something or see somebody laughing, and that's why I like a lot of the live shows this community does. I end up laughing so hard my face hurts. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Hello, Papa Drew. I have not heard. How is your RV, bud? I hope it's good.
Yeah, I think the last I heard him post was they stopped the fire before the Thousand Trails. So I hope it's all right. I hope it's all right.
Me too.
I don't think he got through yet, but I hope it's all right.
That would have been scary for sure to be in that
Mm-hmm.
position.
Mm-hmm.
But so have you watched any new channels this week, Bob?
Oh man, Not really. I haven't had time to watch new channels. I know you got some channels though that you want to talk about.
I found one this morning just right before we went live. Let me see if I can remember the name of it. They're a couple. They're an Australian couple, but they were stuck in Mexico, van lifing in Mexico, but they're from Australia. So that would be quite an interesting predicament to be in, I think, in Mexico during lockdown. Their name is, where is it at? Right here.
I think it was
Exploration Lane. And if you guys don't have them, they're very they're personable. It's a younger couple. They only have 476 subscribers, and I've only watched 2 videos, but I'm kind of hooked on them. I think they got a good sense of filming. They seem real open. They have a dog they travel with, but I can't imagine the being from Australia and stuck in Mexico during the pandemic in van life. That would be a little bit offsetting, I think.
Yeah, especially if you don't know the language.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, they do. They have a nice looking little van, but they do good. They do good video editing so far that I've seen, and it's interesting. So you guys should check them out. It's called Exploration Lane. If one of my mods could find them and run the link, or I could probably do it because I'm not on my channel. So, but yeah, they're kind of cool. And another one I've been watching, I heard through Box Fan D and Blue Wave is Vanlife Wannabe. Have you seen them yet, Bob?
Nope. They're added to the list.
You're added to your list is big, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on that list. I'm telling you, get on Bob's list. He'll look you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a single lady. Now I've only watched one of her videos. Her van is nice, pretty nice. But check her out. I left a comment that I found her through Box Fan D and Blue Wave Odyssey. And so maybe we'll see her in some of our chats. I told her to come over and watch some of the live shows. So That'd see.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And hello, Gardening Quick Tips. How are you doing? And hello, Koneman. Nice to see you in here too. And there was the other person too. You were talking about, which is the Psalmist Grows.
Oh yeah. All right. So if you guys do not have him, the Psalmist Grows, go check him out. I heard him sing. Holy mackerel. This guy should be a paid performer. His voice is so touching and so on point. Go check this channel out. I don't know. Is he very big, Bob? I can't remember.
He's at over 3,000. And hold on, BB3. I'm gonna hit my cam and let Gina talk, and I'll add you as moderator. Hold on.
What's up, BB3? Oh, you're getting added as a moderator. I see what he's talking about. Awesome. I'm going to run a link right now for that one I was talking about. I just looked them up and got it. But Explanation Lane, they're very cool. It's a young couple, and I can't imagine being out of my element of country in another country in a van and being stuck there during pandemic. That's crazy. But they're pretty good. I like watching them. But that Psalmist Grows, holy mackerel. That guy, I've never heard anybody sing quite like that wasn't a recording artist. I was amazed. And another channel I watch for vocal qualities is the Rainbow Girls. But yeah, the Rainbow Girls are amazing. They do a lot of Facebook lives. Oh, yeah, Beyond Beauty 3 is the boss. Yeah, Will It Grow? The Psalmist Grows is amazing. I don't know the name of the video that I heard him singing on, but holy mackerel. It gave me chills. His voice was excellent. I loved it. but that's what I've been doing this week, other than visiting with my guest and was watching these new channels I found. But yeah, and I ran a link for Explanation Lane. If you guys would go check them out, and if you do check them out and you do subscribe, let them know that Vanlife with Gina Payne and Bob's Adventure sent you over there. They're very good. They're well worth your time to push those buttons. I'm telling you, and then watch the videos. They're good.
Yep.
And I think Bob probably knows a little bit more about Psalmist. Where does he live at? Do you know?
He lives in, I believe it is Tennessee now. But if any of you guys watch Roots and Refuge channel, he's the one that makes all the music underneath her videos. So if you, and he's been in her videos before, it's Daniel. So that's who the Psalmist Grows is Daniel from her channel. So you just came in to cool off for a minute, and I'm on. Well, thank you, Our Cabin in the Woods, for clicking on me while you're cooling off.
Chilling like a villain. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think Wickershire asked how many states visited while traveling. I've been to a lot of states when I drove truck, and I think Gina drove for a while too, but I don't know how many states you went to.
I've been to all of them, but like New York up in that corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that corner I didn't really go to either. So the very northeast.
In a truck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not in a truck for sure. I'll go up there now in the van I'm building, but in a truck, man. I was in New Jersey once and drove down the middle of Newark, New Jersey, and that was no fun. And hello, David, the producer.
Howdy, David, the producer. How you doing?
Yeah, that's a good. If you guys need to go check out his channel. He's less than 1,000 subscribers, but the guests that he's got on there on his show, you guys might want to go check it out. It's very very entertaining.
On David, the producer. Okay, we'll do.
Mm-hmm. And Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla have Psalmist Girls in there now. Awesome. Thank you guys.
And the other channel I was talking about is Vanlife Wannabe. It's pretty good. She has under 500 subscribers, I think. I think maybe she has a couple hundred, but definitely entertaining. She definitely well worth your time to watch the channel. I liked it, and like I said, I found him through Blue Wave Odyssey and Box Fan D.
Mm-hmm.
David, the producer. Cool. Check that out. Hello, Lynn the Okie. How are you? And I don't know if you know, but I got my coffee cup, girl.
Oh man. Oh man.
Show video. And I got Bob's sticker today. I just got it in the mail before I got on here. So that's going up on the sticker spot. Yeah.
And if you guys want stickers, I still have stickers left. I have, by the way, I got 2 books of stamps, and all I have left is 8 stamps on there. I have more than 8 stickers, but it'll be a minute before I can send more out. So the next 8 people that want a sticker, I have plenty of stickers. For the next 8 people that want a sticker, if you send me an email, I will get you one in the mail. So, and Gina's got hers as well, her stickers.
And everybody waiting on stickers, I'm sorry. I'm filling out a couple of envelopes a day. I'm getting them all together, and then I'll go to the post office and get it done.
I believe I mailed you one. It was one of, like, you sent me the email with your address, and I believe I sent you guys one. If I didn't, send me your address again. Like, if you don't get one this week, I'll save one of the stamps off for you and all that kind of stuff. But I believe I sent you one. Okay, yeah. Just email. I'll save the stamp for you and get it out to you. So just email me. Yeah.
And I don't usually do any show without talking about my favorite van channel. That'd be Van City Van Life. But Bob, have you seen where he's traveling right now?
Yeah, he's on the Alaska Highway right now.
I know, right? I'm like, what? I want to go there.
It's really, really beautiful where he's at right now. And bonjour, honey and me. I don't know how to read French, so I can read the bonjour, but that's I don't know what the rest of that is. I know it's not bad, but I just don't know what the rest of that is.
Hello, Van Life on Van Life mode.
Yeah, that's our new friends that I found, and they've been coming
Uh,
around. I really have. I
yeah, I like them.
Yeah, I burnt my arm with the tea. I was stirring it in the cup, and the cup tipped over onto me. So that was no fun. Let me tell you, that lady that got burnt with the McDonald's coffee, she had quite an experience, to say the least.
Well, now Papa Drew has a serious question here, Bob.
Oh, sure he does. What has he got?
He says, "Is it wrong to tell another man he has very nice legs from one man to another?" Just asking.
Well, I don't think there's a problem with it,
No.
but I would watch who you say it to. How about that? I think the
Yeah.
receiver of that comment has a lot to do with whether it's going to go over well or not.
Well, now I have seen Papa Drew in shorts. Papa Drew, you have very nice legs. So I'm telling you,
Mhm.
from a woman to a man, you got nice legs, bud.
And on van life mode, it says exploration lane are pretty popular on Instagram.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I'm gonna look him up on Instagram because I would love to interview them. I'm gonna find him. Thank you for that on Van Life Mode. I
Yeah.
think we should get Van Life Mode up for an interview at some point too.
Hey, on van life mode, we don't have a guest next week on the van life live. So if you guys would like to come on and hang out with me and Gina, just send Gina an email or me an email, and we can get you the links and stuff that we need.
Yeah, that will be
And,
fun.
and Big Dreams Homestead is in here again. She's up here in Washington. I've been talking with her for a while and seen her around for a while. She's pretty cool. Um,
Uh, I think the border's open. I'm not positive, but he's on the Alaskan highway. And according, he runs 4 or 5 days behind on his videos. I don't know about on the Patreon videos. I think he's pretty up to date, but he is on
mm,
the Alaskan highway. Hello, honey and me. How are you?
where am I at right now, Lindioki? I am in Tacoma, Washington. I mean, it's the town next to Tacoma, but it all runs together, and I just call it Tacoma area. And there's a Seattle area, but I'm in the Tacoma area, so that's where I'll be until the start of August, and then I go to my brother's house to build out the minivan.
News question.
Beep, 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 beep.
From Yeah, from Papa Drew for you, Bob. At some point, can you show your legs? Maybe not today, but at some point, show your legs. So,
Well, Drew, I'm glad that you mentioned that. It gives me a chance to talk about the fact that I am a brand ambassador for people that sell swimwear. So, yes, at some point you're going to see my legs. Don't worry about it. They're very
woo,
hairy, but you will see my legs at some point.
awesome. Hey, and I'm telling you guys, on my birthday party, Bob was one of the top twerkers there. He does
Yeah.
a good job of twerking. He twerks. All of us ladies enjoyed it. So, you
Well,
know what?
that's good.
Rock and roll, Bob. Rock and
That's
roll.
all. As long as you ladies enjoyed it, that's all that matters to me. And I'm inching away from you, yes, but I'm not going to be going. I'll probably be back up here and getting some property up here at some point. It's looking like, just because of the cost, if I get something that's going to be in Eastern Washington, and it's basically so that, especially since I know all you guys now, I want to put a little campground up there. And then if you guys want to have a meetup or I want to have a meetup, there's a place for us to do it um, without having to go through a big process. Like, we can just have a YouTuber meetup. It doesn't have to be um, open to anybody else too. So no mankini. No, it's not a mankini. They're shorts. They're shorts. They're no speedos, nothing like that. I'm not going to be that. Winters are going to be brutal. That's right. But you know what? Since I live in a house that can move, I don't have to spend winter there. That's the that's the best part.
Honey and
Um,
Me just stated the Alaskan Highway starts at Fort St. John's. Now he did a video from there, Honey and Me. I seen that video, Fort St. John's, the
mhm,
beginning of the Alaskan Highway. So I don't know how far up he is now. So
yeah. Wait. Who are you talking about emailing? Email on who channel? Are you talking about Gina's channel? Gina's I think emails on her channel.
Yeah, my email's on my about page. Yeah, you can get it there, sweetheart. Johnny's Journey, the 2 Truths and a Lie, said it went over well on her show. Did anybody guess my lie?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I didn't watch it because I had company here.
Yeah. Tina's Journal Journeys, thank you for stopping in and seeing us.
Hello, Tina.
I can do a shed conversion. It will probably be a shed conversion because it's not going to be a permanent year-round facility, and that's also the reason why I'm going to build out another van. But anything that I buy right now for any van build, I want to be able to use in a cabin. So the diesel heater I can install that in a shed conversion, and it'll keep a shed conversion just as warm. So that's what I'm always thinking about, what I can use in the future. Yeah, man. We're happy to help, Johnny. We're happy to help.
So Linda Barker was stumped by my lie, my 2 truths and a lie. She was stumped. So yeah, my lie was I was in a biker gang that had mopeds, and the name of them was Mob, Mothers on Bikes. It was a lie.
Ooh, we got a new person that's new to the show. Kay Hobson. Hello. We love new people around here. So your question is, what's the best advice you can give for a disabled lady that wants to adventure? Thank you for doing an adventure, by the way. That's really cool of you. So you go ahead and say, what would you suggest, Gina?
Well, I'm disabled due to heart conditions, but I have a step van that I have, and so that's what I live in. I'm full time. So, as long as the vehicle is meets the needs of this disability or whatever, if you can build to it to get it to fit your needs, whatever vehicle you choose, that you choose is right for you. But yeah, that's how I would do it. I would do some type of van or and if I wanted to see the country and travel slow, it would be the next thing. I would definitely travel slow. That's kind of what I'm doing, what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, that would be my advice on that.
Yeah, travel slow, because I have physical disabilities that I deal with too. A lot of people in our community do that are traveling. You just have to, like she said, travel slow. Like when I'm going to North Carolina, I planned it out so that I only have to average 50 miles a day, because I know my body and my back and all that kind of stuff can't handle the 10-hour day. Like when we used to drive truck, 10, 11 hours driving, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah. I couldn't do it anymore either.
Yeah. It's just, so that's what I would suggest. And especially if you're on a limited income and you want to start out, try to get unless you know how to work on vehicles and can do it, try to get something that's very mechanically sound. Everything else you can replace or change or whatever. But if you start out with something that's mechanically sound, that's going to be less expense and less hassle on the road when you're first starting.
Right. Thank you, Papa Drew. Papa Drew says you don't have a heart condition. Your heart is beautiful to us. Thank you, brother. I love you guys. I love you all. This is the best community ever.
Mm-hmm. And Kay Hobson, you're in North Carolina? Awesome. I will be, I'm going to be at a meetup in Mount Airy, North Carolina. So I'll be down there, and I'm going to be in North Carolina. And that brings me to a point, and I don't know what Gina wants to do, but if you guys, see that I'm in, because I'm going to be still doing lives. If you see that I'm anywhere near you, say something. It's hard. And Gina knows once you get enough people following you, you can't remember where everybody's at. It's too hard.
I forget. I was trying to remember an actress the other day and called her Linda, and that was not her name. It was Angie, and I don't know how I got Linda, but Happy Place Camping folks that are great at trivia figured it all out just by the name Linda. So
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they have. I think they're not telling us that they actually like got contacted by Google, and they have the implants in their head already. They're the beta testers for it. That's what I think.
Well, I told her I just want a Felicity bar. I'll have a
Yeah,
Google bar and a Felicity bar.
yeah.
That'll work. You know, look up. Hey, do I need to go to the bathroom? Type in and she'll tell you.
Yep. Any answers that you need. Any answer you need.
Yep.
Um,
There you
yeah. But that was a good question, Kate. Um, and it's not just me and Gina. Like I said, they're like Box Andy. You want to see somebody who really said, "I don't care what's going on," and went out on the road. Box Andy's the person you should take a look at. Um,
Yeah, that was my inspiration to the two biggest channels that inspired me before I ever had a channel, before I ever thought to have a channel, before I lived in a van, is when my heart went bad and I was waiting for a pacemaker and I was just laying in bed dying. And
mm,
I ran into Box Van D on Bob Wells. And I'm thinking, Jesus, this lady's been through so much. And she was just coming out of it at that point, coming alive, and I thought, if she, not just living in a van, but if she can live and keep going, I can keep going, because look at her go. I mean, she's just thriving. And she probably wasn't thriving at that time, but um, she got me off my couch and to the YMCA where I swam every day. And then I ran into Van City Vanlife on YouTube and thought, that's how I want to live, in a van where I can be mobile, because I don't have much money, and travel slow, travel at the speed I want to, that fits around my income and
mm,
my health. And I have a pacemaker. I have to have a pacemaker monitor. I got it all hooked up through solar, and a little bit at a time, and I'm just now getting to where I can be free,
mm,
and so yeah, you gotta, if you don't have that inspiration, you gotta find it. But they inspired me to
yeah,
keep living, put it that way.
yeah. And for me, like I was the same way as you, Gina, because you get I got I'm so used to, working my whole life and doing stuff labor wise with my body, whether it's driving or whatever. And when the stuff happened and I couldn't do that kind of work anymore, the the depression of you just wanting to just give up, because you're like, I don't want to do this. I want to do something still with my life. And and so, you know, I'm on Social Security right now, and so is Gina, and you guys it's 1,000 a month. So when you go to, I mean, even the cheapest place in the United States is almost $800 for a small apartment now, you know? And so if we want to have any sort of life at all, this is basically what we got to do. And I've told people, man, if I can get to the point where I'm making the same amount as I do on Social Security on here, I don't care if I don't have Social Security anymore. Like that's the way I look at it.
Okay, Hopton, I understand what you're saying. I have congestive heart failure, so fluid around my lungs and my heart. But they didn't give me a time limit. They told me I had to change my life, and I did. Um, and if you look up the average life of when you get a pacemaker, they say add 7 years or whatever. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like it can add as long as I can keep going, and only God knows when I'm going to pass. And so until then, I'm going to live life to my fullest of how I want to. And I have grandbabies, um, and I'll always be back to see them. My daughter stays busy a lot, so we don't get to see each other all the time. But yeah, they are the main reason I kept living, because my daughter had my first grandbaby at the same time. And so, yeah, they were the main reason that I wanted to keep living. But it was just a part of the depression of it, being told that you're not healthy and that you could die, you know, just being
Hmm.
told that kind of changes your mindset a little bit to where, why try? But then, something came along within a couple of weeks that, what, I got a lot to live for. And who would
Yep.
feed my cats if I died? I had to look at that too.
Yeah. And the other thing you're saying, like, you don't want to be gone from them. Well, if you decided to go into a van, you could probably go visit them more. You
Yeah.
know, you don't have to travel to live in the van. You can travel around the town you're in. I wouldn't recommend parking somewhere for a week, but if you move around all the time, I mean, look, Van City Land Life, like we talked about him, he moves around all the time, so he doesn't have trouble.
Yeah, he's the great at stealth parking in town. He's great at parking out in the country. Um, he has a niche at both of it, and I've parked in town with my van. My van is very low key. It's a step van and it's all white, so I kind of fit in any industrial area. Um, the trick of living in a vehicle like that, the need to it for me was to save money. Because my disability only would pay my rent. I was
Hmm.
lucky that all this happened at the same time. Getting sick, getting on disability, and finding this van. It all happened at the same time. And so, if I was still in sticks and bricks, I'd have $50 a month left without groceries. So, this was a need to be, but what I wanted to be.
Yep. Yep. And now that you're in there, and now um, your home is paid for. You don't have your rent expense. Basically, you have insurance and your cell phone. You know, and
Yep.
of course, food and everything. But that's going to be the same wherever you live. But
Right.
um, when you can cut down your bills to that, even though you
Yeah.
don't have that much income coming in, it gives you more ability to do stuff.
Right. Yes, honey, and me. I've watched Just Incredible. I watch him. Yeah, and he's a stealth parker. He works full time, has a step van. Very good at stealth parking. There, you can watch so many van channels and learn how to park or where to park. And they're a lot easier to park than say in an RV. Because look like RVs, and the only thing that gives mine away is my license plate, but
Yeah.
unless I was doing something wrong. And so if you pull up in a town somewhere and you're going to sleep, don't pull to where you're going to sleep till you're ready to go to sleep. Don't be getting out of your vehicle. Pull up, go to bed. Um, that's the key to parking in town. And then in the country, BLM and forestry is a place like that is the place to go.
Hmm. And then I found as well, if you if you can put some sort of cooking thing in your van and some sort of bathroom, you can even use like harvest toast with a van. So
Right.
that's the only thing that they require. So that's another thing that's not, I mean, it's not free, but you could use that if you want to go traveling um, across the country, and not and if you're worried about having a place to park.
Right. See, Honey and Me has another good point there. She can stealth park Honey, and turn the lights off and no noise. Exactly. It is, and you got to respect where you're parking. Don't be out sitting outside if you're parked on the side of the street somewhere. Don't be doing that. Pull up, turn your lights out, park, go to sleep, keep it quiet.
Hmm.
That is, it's just respect. Hey, I'm going to turn my cam on for just a minute. I'll be right back.
All right, no problem. Um, yeah, guys, like I think fear is so paralyzing for people to go and do this. Like for me and Gina, being truck drivers, like we already lived on the road in a vehicle, and we already, besides just what we were talking about, other parking places you can go park in, truck stops and all that kind of stuff. And so if you've never lived in a vehicle before, you might it takes some getting used to, because you're going to have people walking around outside. You're going to have people coming in with maybe noisy engines, or maybe they're noisy or whatever. So you guys got to get used to that. Um,
Well, yeah, and the fear of it, Bob, you're exactly right. That is the crippling part of this. Um, yeah, it's no matter how you look at it. I mean, fear, you, but there's just as much chance of me getting mugged or robbed or whatever if I lived in sticks and bricks, especially where I lived. It's like I have people all the time ask me, "Are you scared to be out on the road by yourself?" No, because I lived by myself in a very bad neighborhood. And I woke up to somebody urinating on my front door the day I came home from the hospital. I was asleep on the couch and woke up to that, a drunk guy. So yeah, if that could happen in sticks and bricks, it could happen anywhere. But so the same is versed. If somebody robbed me or kidnapped me, it could happen in sticks and bricks just as it could in a van. I'm not real scared of people at all. And, but I do know how to protect myself. And the number one advice I say is trust your instinct. The keys are easy to slide into the little slot, start it, and drive away. So if you feel uncomfortable, if something's nagging at you that don't feel right, if you're parked in the city or wherever, start that sucker up and go on and go to a part where you feel better. That's the best advice I can give. I mean, it's just as scary for a guy, if you want to say it's scary. I mean, it can happen to a guy just as easy as it can happen to a girl. And so, yeah, I don't believe that saying I'm a woman in any way that makes it more fearful. It don't. It's just use your head.
Yeah, listen to your gut.
Yeah.
If your gut's saying, "Oh, this isn't a good place to stay," then don't stay there. Like, that's one thing about being on the road all these years, man. There's been a couple times where I ran into people and I'm like, nope, not even going to go near that person.
Right, K. Hobson. You could get sick and be hospitalized. That's true. I fear that because I have animals. I have cats that live with me, and I think, God, what happens? But if I live every day fearing going to the hospital or dying, then I'm not living. And so that's what I push for. And I'm in a very supportive community as far as uplifting you. And Bob's Advancer is one of my main friends, and very uplifting guy. And when you talk to him, it kind of takes all your fear or what you're feeling away. And so yeah, you got to be open enough and talk and you just can't fear things in life. You can't fear death. That's for sure.
Yep. And hello, Scott. How are you? Yeah. Man, if the amount of people that say, "I wish I could live in a van," it's like, you can. You're making a decision to be in comfort that you're used to. And so
Mel Nettie living free zip goes, did you just read what she said?
you better be careful, Melnetti. Oh, and look, Box Andy, we were talking about her earlier. See, she's in here now. Sure. Hey, speaking of which, guys, I just found out, and I did it by accident. I didn't hit the button, but now in StreamYard, if you hit those 3 buttons, you can put a user in timeout or ban them from StreamYard. I can't add a moderator, but you can do that from here in StreamYard now.
Awesome.
So that will help. But what is, like, I still need batteries and stuff for the minivan. I got to get a starting battery, and then I got to get the battery for the solar. But what's your next upgrade you're doing for your van?
For me?
Yeah.
Well, kind of depends. My tires will be arriving Friday, and once I get all those on, that sets it where I'm kind of free to drive and drive further than what I've been doing. But I think the next thing I want to do is add a second battery, or if the stimulus thing happens, I think I'm going to buy one of those EcoFlow Delta 1800 lithium setups. I think they're like $1,200. But at the lithium battery itself is 150 amp hour, if I did the math right. But they charge in a couple of hours, just plugging them into your vehicle or solar or plugging them into a wall. And so if I do that, I'm going to go ahead and buy a little fridge because I just use an ice chest. So I think a 12-volt fridge is the way to go. After looking at what the setup Box Fan D uses, I think I will do a 12-volt fridge for sure.
Yeah, eventually in the future I'll do that. Well, Not when I have the minivan, but when I do the next build, it'll have a 12-volt fridge in it
Uh-huh.
because I think uh, the 12 volts is the way to go. Like with anything, you can do 12 volts the way to go in a van.
Papa Drew asked where I got my tires from. Papa Drew, Mel off Mel Netty Living Free Zip Call us helped me find them on eBay, and I got all 6 of them. So they'll be here Friday.
And yes, Wickershire Project lithium is good, but I don't have the money for that. So,
Well, and the Delta 1800 is just like it's like a Jackery. It's its own system. I wouldn't have to buy anything to go with it. I have solar already, a solar panel. So, it's just, and I have a 100 amp hour AGM battery, but that wouldn't run my fridge and my CPAP machine and what other things I run all the time if that's all I had. So
yeah,
I will keep that and also use the Delta. I'll use the Delta to run the fridge and or whatever. So I'd have both of those batteries and just make it where I can unplug from one to the other for the solar. And I also have a 1600 running watt generator, 2000 watt inverter generator. That's quite, the quiet generator that I can use to charge them too if it's raining.
yeah,
So that's the route I'm going to go, I think.
yeah. Eventually, I'll have lithium or whatever, but just like with the rest of our builds, we're doing it as we go along, as we can afford it. You know, if
Right.
you if me and Gina could just afford to get everything at once, well, we'd probably have different rigs than what we have now, and we'd have different things than
Yeah.
what we have now.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was like money wasn't an issue, I'd just stepped right into a nice van that looked like an apartment and go. But it's been starting from the bottom up, and my van is old. My van is a 73, but the motor only has 6,000 miles on it. It's a newer motor. So, and there's only 75,000 miles total on the vehicle. So yeah, I'm starting from the bottom up, but that's okay. You know what you got when you start from the bottom and you build it.
Right. And Big Dreams Homestead, oh, that's such a common question, but we'll answer it. There's different ways you can go to the bathroom. There's buckets, there's composting toilets, there's porta potties that have little tanks on them, and then showers. Either lots of people use gyms, they use gym showers, or you go to truck stops. That's another place you can get showers, or some people put a little shower in their vehicle.
And for me, I have a step van that has a built-in shower. I have 2 20-gallon water tanks with a pump. Now I'm not using those, but I have a shower that I can hang on my back deck, and if I'm out in the woods, I can take a shower back there. You can do a splash bath, a whore bath, whatever you want to call it. There's all kinds of ways. And the best statement I've ever heard to all of this is from Box Van D. You do everything the same, it just takes longer.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
From
that's true.
dishes to showers to going to the bathroom, it just takes a little longer to do everything. And but when you're retired and you're full time, that it's just part of taking care of yourself and your life and your house. And when I do an upgrade to my van, it's upgrading my home, so I don't have any regrets on any upgrade. It's like buying new tires. Well, that's the foundation to my home.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and it makes you look at purchases different too that you're making for the home. Like, yeah, I'm willing to spend a little bit more on something if it's going to last longer.
Yeah. Big Dreams Homestead. Yeah. Solar shower. I have one of the solar bags that I can put outside and use too. Yeah. And then my toilet is really just a luggable loo, but I use cedar chips and I separate solids from liquids, and so there's no smell issues. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's a cross between composting and a bucket, basically.
yeah, yeah. There's shoot, if you have the money, there's incinerating toilets that you can use.
Yeah.
Um, there's lots of options, but with the
I
other
mean, like
options,
if money would have been no issue, I would have bought a Nature's Head toilet and threw in here. But yeah, money's an issue.
yep. Yep. And BB3, your power went out. Well, I'm glad you're back because your show starts in 10 minutes. So, and hello, American Wanderer. Nice to see you in here too. And you got a cool little shuttle bus build. If you guys want to see a shuttle bus build, he's got one going on.
Does. I like it. He's going to the Georgia van build, I believe.
Ooh, yeah, the
I think he is.
Jamie's putting on. Yep. Yeah.
I just not poop.
He's a that would make things lots easier.
Rest areas, right? Rest areas, yeah.
Yep. And hello, artists.
Hello.
And then if you have like fast food restaurants have bathrooms, you know, if you want to go grab a burger, they have restrooms. You basically, and Chrome said it on one of his videos. If you have to go the bathroom when you're out and about, what do you do?
Right.
So
my channel name is Vanlife with Gina Payne, K. Hobson. It's right under my pick there, Vanlife with Gina Payne.
Yeah, and one of the mods, drop it in there if you can for yeah, it's you guys are really worried about, and it's so funny that everybody's worried about that when there's so much other things that you can think about and worry about being in a van. They're worried about the going to the bathroom and shower.
Well, what's funny is that, you know, I thought I'd be a little more stressed when I moved in the van. When that day you make the jump, the day you say, okay, you give your notice where you live. And I was already living in my van when I gave the notice. I was just parked in front of my apartment. Mm-hmm. And so because I tried it out for a few weeks before I made that decision. And yeah, it was scary the day I said, look, this is my 30-day notice. And I thought I was freaked out. But the minute I got out of there, my stress level went down probably 50-60%. I'm parked out in the country now, you know, and I mean, nothing's ever perfect. And right now I'm paying for a place to park, but it's not near what it costs to live in a house. Mm-hmm. You know, and I can plug in here, but this is not where I want to stay. I mean, I can be here, but who knows? I thought I was going to have to move last month, but they changed things up where I could go ahead and stay. But yeah, I plan on traveling, but now I'm not fearful at all of it. You know, it's just another day, and I just don't fear things like I used to when I was younger. And I think because when I got sick with my heart condition, I got to quit fearing life and live life. You know, that little saying that Bob says, what is it? Don't plan life, live it.
Stop waiting for life to happen and make life happen.
There you go. That's kind of where I'm at in my mindset at my age. I'm 55, and you know, we don't live forever. So I'm making the decision to live every day the best I can. And, you know, I don't bother anybody in the process of it. I try not to. So that's where I go.
And hello, little bit. And hello, little bit. Yeah. And Won't Ellie, that sucks you can't go, but like American Wanderer says it's on their side of the country now. So it's a little bit.
See you later, Box Fan D. Have a good video, my friend.
Yeah, I can't wait to see a video you come up with for sure. Freedom to dream. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. The freedom to dream. That's a great way to put it right there. I was so I'm a warrior anyway. So when I was living in the Sticks and Bricks and where I lived was a horrible place, very bad. I mean, I've seen shootings and stabbings, and I'm not exaggerating. I've hit somebody in the head with a ball bat that broke into the neighbor's apartment, and they were beating him up and almost killed him. And I was 2 a.m. It woke me up, and I knocked the guy cold with a ball bat. Yeah, I've lived around that for 15 years in that area, and I was done. And when I got sick, I knew I was done. I wanted to be out of there, and it was so weird. The day I drove out of that driveway, I felt lighter. I felt happier. I mean, there was no plans. And I thought, man, I'm going to be worried about this constantly. But no, it's not. It's now I take it day by day. and just whatever I want to do, I do. It's kind of weird. I went from working 60 hours a week to not working to being sick in a hospital to this, and it was the best move I ever made. As Nike says, just do it.
Yep. Just jump in and do it. And for those that don't know, Vanlife Live is we alternate weeks. So next week it'll be on Gina's channel. If you want to catch us over there next week, it's the same time. All that stuff.
Sometimes we have people that we interview. Sometimes we just up here talking about van life. It's exactly what it is, Vanlife Live. Sometimes we may have something important to say. Sometimes we're just shooting the crap, Yep.
No set thing, that's for sure.
Bob's one of my best friends, and it's like we're just everyday van people, and we're just talking everyday life.
Yep. And I've been really excited to talk to all you guys, and me and Gina talking to you guys, because we'll BS and stuff all week about different stuff. So it's kind of cool to have you guys in here. And Kim Crow Art, hello, nice to see you in here. And
hello.
Lily's in here too now.
Hey Lily. Yeah, it's we're just buddies, I text him, I call him, I blow his phone up compared to him blowing my phone up, but you know what? I consider him like family. I would do anything for Bob. I would protect Bob just as he would me. But this whole community that I'm in this RV community, they're all the same. They're all good people. I love them all. And, I probably talk on the phone more now than I have in the last 10 years talking on a phone. And then we have people like Linda Barker and I mean, Camping Therapy. All of these people are great people. Nice to talk to. And we're all a big family. And I love you all, man.
Yeah, and we, like I said before, and I'll say it again. If all of this stuff that's going on right now wouldn't have happened, none of us would know each other right now. So you always got to look at the good of the bad.
Exactly.
Yep.
And people worry about that traveling right now. It's Papa Drew says, I'm not nice. Papa Drew, you're pretty nice, dude. You're kind of like a big old teddy bear.
Yeah. Well, we love you too, BB3.
We do love you, BB3. That's my backup if I ever get in a fight.
Yeah.
I'm calling her.
Yeah. If you're in an alley, you want her with you there because she'll stab somebody for you.
She's what I call my ghetto fabulous partner, man. I'll tell you.
Yep. And her show's on next. And it looked like when it popped up, it looks like she's going to be telling ghost stories today.
I like ghost stories.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I wonder what she's going to be. What ghost stories she's going to share.
Ghost stories if I'm out in the woods by myself. I probably won't listen to them.
No. Then your mind starts playing tricks on you. You start hearing things.
Right. Yeah. If I'm not in phone range where I can call somebody, I probably won't listen to a ghost story.
Yeah. So, I want to say that this is I think this is the third Vanlife Live we've had. And it doesn't feel like, and we only do them once a week, but it doesn't feel like 3 weeks have already passed since we started the first one.
Right.
And so I've time's been flying lately, and I'm sure times have been flying on for you as well.
Oh yeah. This has been the experience, I tell you, and doing this show together, and 1 week is on yours, 1 week on mine. It's fun. I get to see new people in chats. I love that, and I love all you guys, and thank you for hanging out with us today.
Yep. Now go over and raid BB3, and me and Gina are going to get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and play our intro video again just because, and we'll see you guys later.
That was a good show.